Greetings, citizens of the world. It is safe to say that we are truly astonished, shocked to discover previous President Obama may have utilized the power of his office to demand that his national security advisor, Susan Rice, direct reconnaissance on then-presidential hopeful Trump, his staff, his MOVE group and remote dignitaries. Furthermore, that these spying strategies were utilized over a year prior. It shows up the characters of the individuals who were spied upon may have been unmasked for political reasons, and Senator Rand Paul needs to discover reality. Is the onus all on Susan Rice, or her previous manager, Barack Obama? From Western Journalism. Allegations that former National Security Director Susan Rice unmasked Trump transition officials are only the tip of the iceberg, Senator Rand Paul, RK, said Wednesday. Paul noted that if the privacy of Americans connected to the Trump team could be violated, so could the privacy of millions of others. He also had a question he said Rice needs to answer. Did the president direct you to eavesdrop and sift through intelligence? Paul said. If someone were investigating the Trump administration, it ought to be the FBI, not someone in the White House, Paul added. She's a political appointee that reports directly to the president. Paul said the American people need some straight answers, which have not been forthcoming. I do not think she answered the question, did she unmask people in the Trump administration? She said, maybe I did, but I did not do it for political reasons, Paul said. I think it's incumbent on her to show to the American people why it would not have been a political reason. The broader issue, according to Paul, is the attack on Americans' privacy. Did you know that over 1 million Americans' phone calls are listened to without a warrant? He said. We need to protect American privacy. We cannot allow intelligence to be used for political purposes. The fact that there could be a political figure in the Obama administration that was purposely searching a database, looking for Trump officials, I think confirms exactly what the president said when he said that the Obama administration was doing something nefarious with regard to surveillance on his transition team. And it sounds like they were, Paul said Tuesday. He told Fox News that there was no legitimate reason for Rice to be searching a database and unmasking people. This is a real separation of powers issue. And it should not be happening, he added. Millions of Americans' data and phone calls are in this data bank, Paul said. We should not let political figures search this data bank for political purpose or for any kind of personal purposes. For years, both progressives and libertarians have been complaining about these backdoor searches, Paul said Tuesday on MSNBC. It's not that we're searching maybe one foreign leader and who they talk to, we search everything in the whole world. There were reports a couple of years ago that all of Italy's phone calls were absorbed in a 1-month period of time. We were getting Merkel's phone calls, we were getting everybody's phone calls, Paul continued. But by rebound we are collecting millions of Americans' phone calls. If you want to look at an American's phone call or listen to it, you should have to have a warrant, the old-fashioned way in a real court where both sides get represented. There has been a conspicuous mishandle of power in the Obama organization that should be tended to on protected grounds and shields set up to guarantee that it never happens again. Something else, Americans should get used to living in a fishbowl.